please be patient with yourself. We are caught up in such a time of getting to the end result so quickly, we forget that living is the journey. And once you get to the end result, you're just going to keep on carrying on. It's not okay, I'm here, I've arrived, this is me, I'm done. That's not how it goes. You're on this path for a reason, and you find your path on the greater path. Do you see what I'm saying? You're co-creating with the universe. The universe is the greater path. It is the subconscious. It is the all, the void, the quantum realm, whatever you want to label it as. It is pure energy and light that stores and transfers information. That is science. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but only transferred or stored. Your consciousness navigates through that story, navigates through that greater path, and jumps from timeline to timeline, path to path, frequency to frequency. And in that path, you may come in and out of alignment. And that's the point of living. You oscillate. You'll jump to one frequency and you'll find resonance there. But then you change, you grow, you evolve, and you have to elevate, ascend, or descend with it. That's the path of life. Once you listen to that inner energy that guides your life, you will be able to recognize if you're in alignment or not. And you find multiple paths within this life. There's no one purpose. There's no, this is my soul's purpose, this is what I'm meant to do. People will say that, but that's because they're finding deep resonance and reflection within their practice. It's almost like a mirror to them, in that it teaches them a part of themselves. That practice can help them grow as a person. The people that say that they have found their life's purpose are the people that have found something that can grow and evolve with them as they grow and evolve. But inevitably, they are going to find something else in a different aspect of life. Whether, let's say for example, people have found their purpose in a career, in a job. They're going to find another path in the aspects of relationships in their lives. They're going to find their person, and then that's their purpose. Or they're going to have this overwhelming desire to build a home for themselves, a land for themselves, a heritage for themselves that they can pass down to their lineage, to their children's children, and so on and so forth. Then that's their purpose. Then something happens in the family, then that's their purpose. Then something happens with their health, then that's their purpose. Then they seek spiritual knowledge, then that's their purpose. Nothing is your purpose. And I say that in the most comforting way, that you are the source, you are the lighthouse, you give life purpose. This world is meaningless, you give it meaning. That's not to say meaningless in the sense of lack of power, because this world is the most powerful source of energy and purity, especially in Mother Earth, especially in nature. So don't ever underestimate Earth. However, don't ever underestimate yourself either, because you are energy, source, God, experiencing itself consciously, and you jump from path to path to path. You give life meaning. You give your life meaning. You co-create with the universe. The universe inevitably has meaning within itself, information encoded within its leaves, within the trees, within everything. Every part of this world stores information in energy and light. So it is meaningful. However, the life that you lead, you give it meaning. You are the narrator, not the player. You're the narrator. So remember that. If you're searching for your path, if you're searching for your ways, if you're searching through memories, if you're searching through old photos, if you're searching through your mind, sometimes just sit with it. Just sit and close your eyes and just feel and be guided by that feeling. And if that's not your practice, then go out and live life and try new things and find something you're passionate about. But remember detachment. Remember that nothing is your purpose. You are your purpose. Nothing external is your purpose. Nothing outside of you is meant to be your fuel for life. You are your fuel. You are the lighthouse. You are the light source. You are where the energy emanates from. Anything that you find gives you life outside of you, it's just reflecting you the extent of the power within you, because you have placed that power upon that thing. You have placed that energy, that light upon that thing. And at the end of the day, that thing that's outside of you that is giving you that miraculous feeling, that elation, that sense of euphoria, that emotion was cultivated within you. Yes, the stimuli outside of you may have made you realize that emotion and may have been the catalyst for that emotion, but the emotion was generated within you. So you are the lighthouse, you are the source. Things outside of you are just a reflection. So remember to cultivate these feelings within you, and this will help you on the path of finding not even finding yourself, because once again, if you find yourself through external things, you're just finding the version of you at that time, if you get what I'm saying. Whereas you are constantly navigating from path to path to path. You're constantly jumping from timeline to timeline with each action you do. So basically, if you feel such overwhelming emotions for experiences and materialistic things that happen in your life, and you think they are the source of your emotions, they are the reason you feel these happy feelings, and you get attached to the external, remind yourself, you are the one that feels the emotions. You are the one that creates the emotions. You are the one sensorily experiencing these things. You are the awareness of it, and you are the cultivator of it, and you choose to place that meaning upon that thing, to say, this is going to make me feel happy, this is going to make me feel joy. You are the projector, because somebody else can look at that thing that you've just gotten that's given you absolute elation, but they could look at the same thing and it could bring them absolute dread. For example, you've just got your dream car and you feel so happy, and that's everything you've ever wanted. However, somebody else could have had a fatal crash in that brand of car, so they now associate that car with one of the most traumatic experiences in their life, and it just brings up this feeling of dread and despair and guilt and shame and melancholy. But you've both generated those emotions within you from the same thing. So how can that one thing be the source of that emotion? It's not, it's you. You give it the meaning. So I say this to say, since you are the lighthouse of the emotions and you can cultivate these emotions within you, practice cultivation of feelings, of the feelings that you want to feel, and recognize that you are the source rather than the external things. And as you go about this practice, obviously challenges and obstacles will come up, because that's the nature of this universe. You find a new path, you oscillate from absolute bliss and euphoria to, oh my god, this is probably not going to work out for me, should I change path, and da-da-da. You oscillate. It's natural. Even when you found something that feels like a consistent in your life, it's still going to oscillate a little bit. It's still going to change. Nothing is ever stationary or stagnant. Energy vibrates constantly, and this world is built up of energy. But I say all this to say, as you find a path that aligns with you and feels right to you, remember you are the source. You feel the emotions. And if this source that felt so right for you for so long suddenly changes and doesn't give you the emotional fulfillment, for example, that it did give you, it's okay to change. Practice detachment. You can love something, you can be grateful for something, and still leave it. It's okay. leave it in the past and stay in the present. And I know it's easier said than done, but this is a practice that if you cultivate it, and by cultivate I mean consciously remind yourself, think, this is okay, this is another path I'm going down. Just reassure yourself with your thoughts. Control your mind, choose your thoughts, and this will help you choose your feelings through the thought loop cycle. Once you navigate your thoughts towards an understanding and silver lining of this is okay, no path is permanent. I know that if I listen to my inner emotions and I trust my inner body, my inner world, and I'm guided by myself and my inner knowing, then I shall be okay. This too shall pass. And you'll come back to equilibrium within your own energy. And I want to say, age isn't a factor here. I don't know what collective I'm talking to here. I wish it could be a FaceTime, but it's not. But I just want to say, if you are an older person or more mature, please, please, please never stop your potential just because of age. If anything, you've experienced more. You've lived more. You've seen different lifestyles. You've seen different people. You've seen different ways of living. Your awareness is probably expanded greater than a lot of people because of the length of your life so far. But just because age has been labelled upon humans does not mean the soul has to abide by the same constraints. You can still find your path no matter what age you are. The soul never dies. Your soul's desire for expansion and for alignment and for peace never dies. Your soul's craving for ascension and spiritual connection or connection with a community, or just the feeling of acceptance and understanding and support, that doesn't go away. So please don't let age be a factor in this at all. But I want you to know that if you're trying to find your path, follow the feeling. Don't let any internal processes be dictated by external opinions. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition sometimes can feel like it's coming from here, like your subconscious here and your consciousness is here. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like awareness. And I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down, but sometimes for me, my intuition feels like it's coming from here, like the back of my head, and it's very clear. My mind might start to analyze it and question things, but it comes through as a very clear knowing. And that's why you have to practice self-awareness, because if you don't, that intuition can get muddled up with thoughts and you can just perceive it as just another thought and you can brush it to the side. Whereas if you are tapped in to your body and you are tapped into your inner world and you are breathing and you are feeling the oxygen in your body and you can feel your heartbeat and you can feel the energy in your body, you tap into your own electromagnetic field. You tap into your own life force, however you want to label it. If you can practice staying aware of that, then you will strengthen this connection with your intuition, with the divine, with a higher power, God, whatever you want to call it. And these messages will just come rushing in clearly, because you have the self-awareness for discernment between thoughts and your intuition, because you'll be able to feel this hum of knowing behind the thought. That's why it's hard to differentiate, because the energy of a thought and an intuition is very subtle in its differences. So it takes relaxation and calm to be able to differentiate between the two. That's why stress is so invoked within this Western society, because it is the biggest distractor, because it triggers the fight or flight, the survival. And survival is the body's number one priority. So it will put aside all this other stuff just to focus with the stress so that you can survive. In this world, spiritual connection with the self, with peace, with relaxation, it is a luxury. And it's a luxury I'm very blessed to be living with. So thank you. But remember, your path is never finite, it's never limited, and it's never singular. It is abundant and forever oscillating and changing. You just have to stay self-aware within yourself to oscillate and change with it. I'm going to say it again. Never let internal processes be dictated by external opinions. You are the lighthouse. You are the source of your energy and your emotions. You can cultivate them within them. Never let the intensity of your emotions that have been stimulated by external stimuli let you forget that you are the source of this intensity, of this power behind the emotion. Never displace your power onto anything outside of you. It is you. Even if the power comes from a source of hatred or anger or stress, remember, its intensity is still your intensity. It is your power that you place upon it. You are strong, you are powerful. Whatever it is you're going through, you can get through it, and obstacles shall pass. You shall overcome them. I promise you, you are a very strong soul if you're watching this. You are a very strong human if you're watching this. You are very liberated, you are very self-aware. And I trust that as you grow and change, your soul shall grow and change, and you shall learn the lessons that you need to learn, and you shall live the life that you wish to live, because you give life meaning. You are the source, you are the powerhouse, you are the lighthouse. This felt quite sporadic. I didn't actually know what I was saying going into this. I just straight yap, but a good message came out of it. I hope you've enjoyed. I love you so much.